I promised doing this before. There's nobody here. I don't know what you do about that. Okay, so I guess the main story is just dumped. I guess I'll have to say, what it's supposed to be is that in the opening cutscene, as you make a character, you're supposed to be told the story about how this spaceship came from another planet that was dying to find another planet that would support this life. This is the second ship. The first one found the planet, settled, everything was great. They told the second ship to come, so we did. And right as we made contact, there was a giant explosion, and we couldn't get back to a contact with the first ship. That's where we're at right now. We're trying to figure out what happened. There was this giant explosion. We don't know what happened. So we talked to the principal who was in that room. There's no one in that room now. I don't know what to do about that. And he said, go down, investigate what happened, see if you can find any clues. His secretary then calls us over, and she says to look out for the principal's daughter who went out ahead of us. So she should be down there. I can't remember if she was in Pioneer 1 or 2. We're on Pioneer 2. Pioneer 1 was the one that came first. So let's see what the NPCs have to say. Oh, I miss her. Did you know Red Wing Rico was on board Pioneer 1? Thank you. Okay. Rico was in Pioneer 1. Her father, the principal, is the principal of Pioneer 2. They asked her because she's a great scientist and hunter. She's a survivor and quick on her feet, but that explosion... Oh, I really miss her. Tell me, what happened? Where are they? We have no info at all. Without any info, we can't go on. Your mission is crucial. Have you met the Techers? To discover the true power of an unknown item, they must examine it. But you can't always believe them. Each Techer has their own specialty. You can make items better if you keep on investigating them. Ask over and over until it's better. They can always be worse too, but in general, if that happened in the first place, the item wasn't good. There we go. Does it really matter? It's just 3 evasion. That's going to be 1,000 Meseta. This matters. Let's miss as little as possible. That sounds great. It's like 6 levels on my mag in order to get this same amount of accuracy. Now I can deposit my night power. The explosion occurred just after our landing announcement. The news spread very quickly among the citizen levels. The people who have family in Pioneer 1 are very worried. This is all just hearsay, but the principal is evidently seeking help from the best hunters he can find. I wonder if it's true. I'm not the best hunter. I'm level 7. Over here. Rico loved the color red. That's why she always wore something red. The red armlet on her left arm really left an impression on people. That's why we call her Red Ring Rico. Well, she must be alive. I know how tough she is. If you're hurt or tired, rush over to the medical center. Talk to the woman there, and for the cost of just a few Meseta, you'll be as good as new. Are you a cast? These must be medical androids. I never really thought of that. Pioneer 2 departed after Pioneer 1 confirmed Ragol was suitable. Because of Pioneers 1's report, we only brought a small army. Did we take too big of a risk? The area is for A-rank hunters who take part in crucial missions. It is isolated from other areas for security reasons. Take this teleporter for instance. It has direct access to Ragul, but access is restricted. Only a few hunters are permitted to use it. In normal play, you cannot access the later levels until you finish the forest. If you had not done that on your character, then doing it in multiplayer unlocks it for that multiplayer session. But if you quit that multiplayer session, it's not saved. It's a big ol' ordeal. So, our main purpose is to investigate Ragul to figure out what happened. Well, this should solve a few things. Boomas, I don't like the weird faces. Be careful, you don't want to get surrounded by them. Is that the first message we get? I guess so. No, here we go. Sorry, I skipped this. Testing. I'm Rico. Rico Tyrell. I'm a hunter. This capsule is for anyone who has come here looking for me. I hope this helps you. I don't know who you are, but you must know there's something unusual about Ragul. This is important. Pay attention to everything around you if you want to survive. So Rico was on Pioneer 1. Pioneer 1 seemed to have a grand old time. It seemed to be just a good environment to build a settlement. She's saying that there's something odd going on, though. We haven't heard anything about that before, except for the quests. Oh. Is that 2 misses in a row? That is something that I didn't have to worry about in my higher level character. But also my higher level character was twice this level. I don't know if these daggers are working very well for me. Red gates are locked. Green means they're open. Of course you knew that. Rico serves the purpose of exposition and tutorial. It's convenient that we found a trace of her the instant we quit talking with the principal who was worried about her. I guess it's convenient that it takes 3 hits to hit them, because I get 4 hits and one of them is likely to miss. Don't show your back to a savage wolf. It'll attack if it sees this opening. Can line them up. Damn it! I just need slightly faster attack power in order for that to work. I've always had issues with daggers because of this. I love them visually, but there's always an issue just with the timing. If I had a battle unit that increases my attack speed, I wouldn't have that issue. What made the animals become so violent all of a sudden? They weren't before. They were very quiet and friendly. There must be some cause. I'll find it. I know I'm a fool. This won't make me any richer. Perhaps that's why I'm exalted by them. Red Ring Regal. But I'm not really the great hunter citizens say that I am. They needed a hero, and I just happened to fill that position. So something suddenly happened to make the monsters more aggressive. Animals. They're not monsters at the moment. Yeah, they weren't monsters before. They are now. Now they're literally just fodder. Because action RPGs need fodder. We need our zombies, we need our wolves, our boars. Something to mindlessly kill. And, you know, it's working on me. Mothmans will keep appearing, one after another. You have to strike them at the root. Disable the laser fences by using the colored switches. I don't want to use up all of my MP, so I'll just focus on attack for now. Can't move. I say that I don't want to use all of my MP, and then I ignore the MP restoring item on the floor. Why can't I hit them? He's right there, get him! Just get him, he's right there! Stop going so slowly, just hit him! Oh, that was annoying. What's funny is in ultimate mode, everything changes, and when you kill the stronger ones, it changes so that they buff their stats instead of lowering them. Oh, I looked it up. Shifter and the Bandit level 1 boost your stats by 10%, so I'll gain 10 attack power by using it. Maybe 11. Wow, bodies of dead animals. We hunters sometimes use firearms, but this? They were killed by firearms that are much stronger than ours. I don't know what that could mean. Ragrappies are cowards, but they like to attack straight on. When a Ragrappy falls down, it may still be alive, so be careful. Oh, butterfly. Oh, that was a wolf. It kind of ambushed me at the worst possible time for it. A disaster occurred. Things were shaking, then something broke through the surface. Then it exploded in the central dome. I don't know what to say. For 7 years, we've tried to adjust and improve the environment. What was it? Was it related to the accidents we've had recently? That must have been the explosion that she's talking about. Something burst through the central dome. I never quite understood what that could have been. I'm getting an idea now, but that doesn't explain everything. Yeah. The 15 about. 18. That's a 20% boost in damage to the harder enemies. Escape doll, nice. Escape dolls are pretty nice if you're playing solo. I'd rather save them for bosses, I think. Odd, why can't I go there? That must be where the telepipe is. The teleport to the next area. This area is not going to have progress. Ugh, freaking misses. Miss, 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 miss. Come on, man. Let's get some antidote feedings in. One more accuracy will be nice. Pioneer 1 may have damaged the ecosystem of Ragul before we were aware of it, so the native creatures tried to remove the invaders. That's one supposition. But what about the explosion? I need more information. I have to go do some research. So the explosion happened in Pioneer 1, and they were still... If she was alive, and she doesn't seem freaked out, and it happened in her past, this must have been relatively recently, within the past couple of weeks in-game, I guess? I can only assume that I was sent out right after the explosion happened. I need a little bit more attack power. So the explosion isn't what got rid of everyone. Oh my, 2 misses in a row. Oh, this accuracy, man. Still no bears yet. Get... Sir, sir. If I find a blue one, I'll have to come back. Left is progress, which means that I'm just going to this room for farming. It feels good to me, I don't know why. That was a crit. There's another information spot right here. That's nice. I wanted to hit all of them with this one video. Is this the blue that I was talking about? Oh, someone got something. Pichu again. Parasitic gene flow, hell yes. Oh, hi. You can use that to transform a weapon. I think it has to be like maximally upgraded into one of the best weapons in the game. Either some kind of dark greatsword. Wait, should I get this guy? I'd rather get this guy first. Some big cannon or a staff. Tactics are important, but strategy is vital. You have to think about how you can put yourself into an advantageous situation. Look, learn, analyze, and judge. Think carefully. It's not actually very helpful. Oh, that's the thing. I can now go back and open those boxes. This should circle back to the beginning. That was a lot of crits. Ugh. Want to attack. Really? So many misses. I can buy another telepipe. There's a spell that uses telepipes for you. It's not worth being a hunter for. But it's a nice bonus. Oh yeah, let's sell this bad handgun. What is Azalea? Azalea is good in higher levels, not so much in lower levels. Why debuff an enemy when you can just kill them? Five more levels. The thing about low mag levels is that they, it's harder to level them up. Oh, hello. I'll gladly take you. We can sell this frame now, the shield. Alright, that's 9 extra accuracy. That's gotta help with my accuracy now. Look, I got an extra 20 accuracy. That's gotta be good. Have enough antidotes for feeding. My mag doesn't need more feeding. Oh, right. If I had a battle unit, then These daggers would be great. But then, if I had a level 200 mag, then I'd be one-shotting everything, so... Everything's subjective, isn't it? Oh, hello? I think I was complaining on the other server that I kept on getting, rare rappies. And yes, I was complaining about getting good luck. Oh, hello. But when things aren't vanilla enough, it does destroy the game. And what I mean by that is that there's a certain balance that creates a game. And if that's just not there, then there's no more game left. Did I read this guy? If you can't hit a Hildebeer, try standing in front of it? Of course I don't miss. No, do not stand in front of a Hildebeer. That's a horrible idea. Also, we haven't seen a Hildebeer yet. At least not in this run. We saw one, of course, in a previous run. There's one. No, that would have chunked him. I make fun of accuracy, but it's been pretty useful here. Miss. Missing with my 9 accuracy units and like freaking... This class really does have low accuracy. Poke. I heard that this tall column was built to commemorate the immigration of Pioneer 1, but it may just be me, but it doesn't look very new. And these patterns, aren't they characters? So, we don't know much, so we don't know that that thing could be weird. But she seems to think it's weird. Oh, that's so many mosquitoes. No, finish it off. Was too quick. Damn it. Damn it, stop missing. Stop. Each level of Shift and the band also increased the duration by 10 seconds, I think it was. So getting those extra levels is pretty nice. Hi. And leaves you so vulnerable. Oof. It's fine. Still fine. Not fine. Miss. These daggers are probably pretty great for UCAS. Might be better if I buffed myself. No, it won't open. It might be easier to look for another way to get in. This is the central dome that we've been trying to get into this whole time. This is where everyone lives. We can't go in the front way, but there is a portal there. Ugh, let's use a telepipe. I don't seem to need items here. Don't need frames anymore. Escape doll is nice. Could use some antidotes. Potentially. Always good to check for any armor that boosts any armor that boosts slots is nice. Slots are very nice. I can drop the star atomizer and the mono grinder. I'd like to keep the whatever it is I just kept. We're into the central dome, and there's a dragon. I should have walked before coming in here. I don't think a defense buff is going to be very useful here. Ow! I stand by what I said, but still. As cool as dragons are, this guy is meant to be a cakewalk. A scream means he's gonna jump. It's worth using a fluid here. Ugh. That almost got me. He'll be digging for me. I usually just keep on going to make sure that it doesn't hit me. The point of entry creates a lava plume that you don't want to be hit by. Be sure to land pretty soon. So I can get his feetsies. If I don't miss all the time. Want to stay behind his feet. He's just gonna keep doing this, isn't he? There you go. The most dangerous thing that he can do is land on you when he dies. And that is the forest. With that, we are finally inside of the central dome. And we can see what's going on. I didn't stop to see if that had any accuracy. Ooh, a sword already. That's nice. Can I use swords? Yeah. Swords are the best weapon at breaking open boxes. This weapon is really nice for taking out big groups of enemies. Just because of this, it'll be easier to go back through the forest. I already got my mono fluid back. And I can get my antidote. Some extra attack power there, but it's really the accuracy that that I want. This sword will sell for quite a nice amount. It's a question mark sword, which means that it has a special attack. The special attacks are not good. So after this, what you're supposed to do is come back here and talk with the principal, who is not here. So that's gonna be it. With that, I've done the forest, all the quests associated with it. I can finally go into the caves and figure out what's going on there. Once I do, I'll talk with this guy, these guys. I'm in a story mission anyway. I'll see what they all have to say. Did you know? I've heard that somebody was sent to explore Ragul and they finally found a message from Red Wing Rico. She must be alive. She must. Don't you think so? That's the guy that missed her, right? Nobody on Pioneer 1 was found on the surface? Perhaps they're taking refuge somewhere, or... No, it can't be. Attackers. Well, I'm here. I can sell the rod, I can't use those. That's all I've got. I can't sell this? That's gotta be a new change. Fine sword, sure. Can upgrade Foey, but I'm not gonna use Foey. It's better to just use a handgun. The government hasn't given any official statements. Why? This is all just hearsay, but the principal is evidently seeking help with Los Santos. I wonder if it's true. Yeah, we've heard that before. Maybe if I wear a red armlet, I'll have the same courage as Rico. I know, it's a silly idea. People in this area have no sense of the crisis at all. This immigration plan is the key to our future. I don't trust hunters. They don't treat their task seriously. Do we always need to look sad or serious when we're in trouble? Even if you're in a lot of trouble, remain calm. I like it. It makes you seem professional. It's very cool. I have the great sword. The dagger has more accuracy by quite a bit. Saber has even more. Oh, even the handgun has a lot more. Or evasion too. I guess this just lowers evasion. Makes sense. Big sword. That's gotta be everything. Thank you for joining me. This is the actual story of the game. Everything else is the side stories, but they add a lot, don't you think?